All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're tackling one of the biggest, most fascinating paradoxes in all of technology, Bitcoin. And at its very heart, there's a ghost, an anonymous creator we only know as Satoshi Nakamoto. But here's the twist. What if this ghost isn't a weakness? What if it's the absolute secret to Bitcoin's unstoppable growth? Let's unpack that.
Really think about that for a second. We are so used to celebrating these larger-than-life founders, right? People like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. Their leadership literally defines their companies. So what if the most revolutionary project of our time works not in spite of its leader vanishing, but actually because of it?
So, the Satoshi mystery. Here's the thing. Satoshi Nakamoto's disappearance, it's not a bug in the Bitcoin story. It's the most critical feature. You could say that this very absence is, paradoxically, the single biggest thing fueling Bitcoin's entire ecosystem.
But to really get why Satoshi's anonymity is so powerful, we first need to look at the flip side. We need to talk about the problem with founders. The built-in risks you get when you have a visible leader, especially for a project as disruptive as this one.
This comparison really lays it all out perfectly. On one side, you have your founder-led projects. These have a huge, glaring vulnerability, a single point of failure. If that leader gets pressured by a government, makes a huge mistake, or just decides to change their mind one day, the whole project is at risk. It also creates this cult of personality, where your trust is really just in one person's vision. But then you look at a leaderless network like Bitcoin, it's a totally different beast. It's resilient by design because there's no single person to influence or pressure. And, most importantly, it shifts trust away from a flawed human being and puts it squarely onto objective, verifiable code.
And this is where we get to the core of it all. Satoshi's anonymity isn't just a fun piece of trivia. It's what gives Bitcoin a set of unique superpowers. Superpowers that no founder-led project could ever have.
So let's break down these 4 key superpowers. We're going to look at how this anonymity validates decentralization, how it minimizes the need for trust, how it underscores scarcity, and finally, how it ensures Bitcoin's pure, open-source freedom.
Okay. Let's start with the big one, validating decentralization. The entire promise of Bitcoin is that no single person is in charge. Well, Satoshi's absence is the ultimate proof of that promise. There's no CEO to call, no board to influence, and no founder who can change the rules on a whim. The network is truly and verifiably in the hands of its users. End of story.
And because there's no leader, the system becomes trust minimized. You don't have to trust Satoshi's intentions or believe in some grand vision. You just have to trust the math. The network's integrity is baked right into the code, and it's open for anyone to inspect. It completely replaces faith in a person with the certainty of cryptography.
Now, this has a massive economic impact. Satoshi is believed to hold about 1 million Bitcoins that have never, ever moved. If Satoshi is really gone, those coins are probably lost forever. This doesn't just reduce the supply, it powerfully reinforces the core idea that Bitcoin's 21 million supply is absolutely finite. The founder can't just pop back up and crash the market, which makes every other coin out there that much more verifiably scarce.
And finally, this anonymity provides an incredibly powerful defense, pure open-source freedom. Think about it. When regulators want to shut down a project, what do? They go after the leader. They subpoena the CEO. They raid the headquarters. But with Bitcoin, there's no one to target. It exists as pure code, an idea distributed across a global network of computers. That makes it ridiculously resilient.
So, we've got validated decentralization, minimized trust, reinforced scarcity, and this incredible resilience. When you put all of these superpowers together, you arrive at one single, profound conclusion.
Satoshi's continued silence isn't just some quirky part of the origin story. It is the living, breathing proof that the system works exactly as it was designed to, as a leaderless, permissionless, digital currency that stands entirely on its own. So in the end, that mystery isn't a problem we need to solve. It's the very shield that protects the entire network. The ghost in the machine is what ensures that no single person can ever corrupt, control, or compromise it. Its greatest strength is its absence.
And that leaves us with a fascinating final question. We live in an age that's totally defined by powerful tech founders and celebrity CEOs. But does the success of Bitcoin suggest that maybe a new model is emerging? A future where the most powerful and resilient systems are actually the ones with no single person in charge? It's a powerful idea to think about. Thanks for tuning in.